Good. All right. Questions for Brenen Lorient and Harlan Obioha?
Brenen, how important is it to just come to a new area with a lot of familiar faces like Floyd and Hodge, obviously?
Man, it's very important. It's always good to get wins with people that you've known for a long time. That's always a great feeling.
You guys have scrimmaged each other in the Coliseum. What did it feel like to actually have a crowd out there, interact with them a little bit?
Oh, I think it was good for us to, be able to play someone else again. Like you said, we've been practicing against each other all summer, past few months of the school year. So I think it was good for us to be able to go out there and just see another look.
Harlan, 19 points, 8 rebounds. What'd you like about your debut?
That we won. That's the biggest thing. I don't really look at all that, but I appreciate that. I think, my team, seeing the mismatch obviously down low, they didn't have a lot of size down there, so I think we exploited that a lot today, and I just executed the game plan.
Harlan, what is your off season, and transforming your body done for your game? Where does it show up the most for you?
I think everywhere. When you're tired, you speed yourself up in your mind. You start doing things you wouldn't normally do when you're at your normal pace. So I think just calming my mind down, like after those first 2-3 minutes, I'm not panicking, trying to catch a break here or get out of the game. I think I'm calmed down. I'm getting my second wind a lot faster now, so it's calmed a lot of my game down.
In terms of the scrimmage with Maryland, I think a couple weeks ago or a week and a half, and then today, in terms of rotations, strategy, were there major differences between what you guys ran and the closed door and then what was run today?
In terms of plays?
Well, in terms of plays and just rotations, who's on the floor together or not together, that kind of.
I think Hodge still trying to figure all that out as we go. I think he's just trying to see what works with what and what guys execute in certain situations. So I don't think we'll know too much into that until we get to conference play.
Was it different on the floor today, though, than what you guys
in the scrimmage? Yeah. Not too much, I would say, but I feel like a couple more of those guys got in today than the scrimmage.
Sure.
For both of you guys, hearing Country Roads and seeing it for the first time, what was that like, and did you guys know the words?
Yeah, I'm from Florida, so I didn't know any of those words, but I'll learn it pretty soon here, and it was a good tradition to see.
Yeah, a special moment for sure. Being a Western Kansas kid, obviously watched a lot of Big 12 basketball, know the song pretty well, so it's good to live in it, being in real life.
Harlan, you mentioned you had a pretty clear and obvious size advantage. How much do you take away from this particular game that can be applied to the regular season, knowing that that won't always be there?
I think just being able to guard out on the perimeter like I did a lot today, I think will help. In the Big 12, we got a lot of versatile bigs now. Guys all over the country being able to do stuff at a bigger size. So for me, being out there, moving my feet, and guarding on the perimeter was the biggest thing for me, I think, today.
Brenen, obviously you can go in the post too. When Harlan's in there, how do you work off each other? Is that a process of learning, hey, I know he's going to be here, here's where I need to work off of him, those kind of things?
Definitely. I haven't played with a footer in my career so far, and it's definitely takes some time to get used to, but as the season goes on, we're learning that space and those quick interactions, like that, and I'm just, most of the time, just let him work, go for the rebound, and just react off what he does.
Brenen, Wheeling plays in a league that's known for tempo. Did you get a sense of that just from how they played?
I would say, I wouldn't say the tempo was too fast today. They obviously play fast, but in this league, there's a lot of teams that play way faster than that. So I feel like that was a good taste of what's to come.
Is it nice to play that in your exhibition rather than a team that just kind of rolls it out and, somebody that's going to push you a little bit and make you play faster?
For sure, it definitely leads to more turnovers, more frenetic energy, and that's definitely good to get out the way early in the exhibition game and turn the turnovers down.
Brenen, would you say, at this point, are you guys ready for the season, or is there still a feeling of work in progress kind of thing?
Nah, you got to be ready for every game. The season's here. No, there's no handouts in the Big 12, so every game we're trying to win. You got to be ready now.
Speaking of getting ready for the season, how important will this film study be for you guys as you move forward?
I think it'll be really big for us, just like cleaning up defensively. I don't think we should have gave up 54 points to that team. But that's nothing against them. I just think, we pride ourselves on the defensive end of the ball. And points per possession probably wasn't very good for us today. So I think just cleaning up defensively, turning that points per possession as far down as we can go is going to be the biggest thing for us from this film session.
Really, the only kind of drama was the early run they went on to come out the second half. Coach Hodge calls timeout. I'm just kind of wondering what that moment was like. I think it was like a 6-0 run or something like that.
Because the only thing he mentioned in halftime was he didn't mention offense, defense. He just don't come out slow. Don't come out slow. That was his whole message. And obviously, like you said, they went on their run. We couple threes, and he just had to call it. He said he was going to if that happened, and we just got to what was next.
Brenen, as somebody who played as a six-man a lot last year, six-man of the year for the AAC, so have you seen a difference in preparation maybe coming into games where you are starting, or is it just kind of be ready for whatever?
I would say like the biggest difference when you come in as a six-man is most of the time you're playing against guys that are already tired. But now you don't get that luxury of not being the sixth man. You got to be ready to go instantly. But it's definitely probably the biggest thing is nervousness. But overall, it's pretty much the same.
Is that your first start since high school?
Yeah, since high school, that was my first one.
For real?
Yeah, I never started in college. Nah, for real, happy to be here,
For both of you guys, obviously, like kind of some of the news that came out of that scrimmage with Maryland was that obviously the game Honor had and all the threes, and Eagle staff 20-some points in the threes he had. Obviously, that wasn't really the show that was put on today. So what do you guys kind of take from still looking pretty good when they're off? I mean, if that makes sense.
I get what you mean. Like you said, they weren't hitting today. That's going to happen in a lot of games this year. Not a lot of games. Hope it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think when that comes to that, we just got to do the little things a lot better. Rebound, box out, hit the open man, transition, just things to get them going. So as the game goes on, they'll heat up.
Yeah, I think Bilo said it best. Coach says it all the time, just like be ready. People aren't going to have their best game every night, and so just being ready, doing your job every day is something he mentions a lot. So I think that was a big thing. Just keep doing what you're doing and not panic if a guy's not hitting a shot. But we know we got two of probably the best shooters in the country on our squad, so 9 times out of 10 they are going to have a good night. So it's just being ready for that too.
I'm kind of wondering if that kind of like stepping up, did that play into the night that you had, seeing that, someone had to kind of step up a little bit?
A little bit, I think, yeah. I think coming into the season, Coach wanted me to score the ball a lot more too, so I think I was kind of going off that a little too. But yeah, like you said, just knowing someone has to step up a little and put points on the board.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.